Good evening and welcome to my live stream. I'm your host, Bob Pace, and it's a warm welcome. Here we are tonight, fight CPS and stop taking our children. And I've been doing this now for, 25 months, twice a day. I have my morning show, Fight CPS with Bob Pace, and then my evening show, Fight CPS, Stop Taking Our Children. Now, it's a live stream broadcast around the world, not only in this country, but I also have 25 other countries that have checked in and been part of this live stream. Excuse me. Oh boy. Seems like I'm fighting a cold already. But anyway, it's a warm welcome, and I know that what you're going through is certainly not a very pleasant thing. You know, the child protection system is what I call CPS. It's a government agency that was started in 1962 by an act of Congress that directed social services to create a group of social workers that would protect our children from abuse and neglect, and also do what's called family reunification, put the family back together again if CPS feels it's necessary because the children are in danger, they need to break up the family. That's a hard thing to swallow, break up the family. But sometimes it's necessary, but a lot of times it isn't. And over 50% of the cases I talked in here, and I've talked to over 3,050 people so far, from, as I say, from around the world. And it has been a disaster with those people. And I'm one of those. I too had a CPS case. And I have been fighting them now for 15 years. Since 2010. And that's when, unfortunately, I lost my career job, my forever job, through no fault of my own. It's been downhill ever since then. Unbeknownst to me, there's two kinds of reporters. I've learned now. They're your lay person, and then the people that are legally, the professionals that are supposed to call in. Now, professionals are your nurses and doctors, teachers, counselors, and we already have a caller. Great. We already have a caller. All right. Good evening. This is Bob Pace on live stream. How can I help you?
Yes, sir. It's Michael Ryland from Tennessee.
Hey, Michael. I haven't talked to you in a couple days. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We had court yesterday.
Oh, boy. How did it go?
It was a little rough at first. I was going pro se for my first time. I put in 3 motions. All 3 motions got denied. They said I didn't have, I delivered them. It just wasn't on the motion the day I delivered them. And the judge ended up only accepting one, the actual motion that was listed on the 4 motions I was going to file. And that was the motion to recuse himself. He was trying to use that motion to basically hold us back from moving forward the 10th of December. And the only way I could see for myself to pass that, and just by the way he treated me because I was pro se, made me think that I should ask for a lawyer. So I ended up asking for a lawyer. Bob, when I met this lawyer that he appointed to me, I felt like God had sent me a guardian angel. And that was just meeting him, you know, like so professional, so godly. You could tell he was a godly man. And he set up an appointment for me today. We went there. I went there expecting to maybe spend an hour with the man, you know? He's a public defender, so I really didn't expect the
Right.
I mean, well, we spent 4 hours together,
Wow.
Mr. Bob.
Wow.
Yeah, he's preparing for this. He he told me he gave me a lot of hints that he knew that it was a crooked judge. Like one of the hints that he said was the judge's all the files were sitting in front of the secretary, and the judge didn't even look through them during court. You know, it's just certain things that he would say. I could tell that he knew the kind of judge we were dealing with, and I actually talked to him before telling him that I wanted to be able to work a payment plan out with him. That I would go in and I would ask the judge to if he would okay if the lawyer would work out a decent deal with me to where I could pay him. He's not a part of the public defender's office. He just takes up cases. I told him that I would pay payments, you know, for the rest of my life if I had to. That I just wanted him to get the kind of money that he deserves for representing them. And he said that he normally sets $2,500 down payment, but let's just keep it pro se. That regardless of it, or not pro se, but let's just keep it above at him as my public appointed lawyer, and move forward that way. That he appreciates.
Well, first of all, you don't have to pay a public defender. That's provided by the county at the county's expense. It's not your expense because you cannot afford a professional attorney at $500 an hour.
Right. Yes, sir. Yeah. So I still wanted to because he did step up, because he's not a part of the public defender's office, because I could tell he was such a good lawyer, I still wanted to tell the judge, look, give me a chance to hire my own lawyer. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm going to try to find one that will take payment. And then I was going to hire him anyway, you know, but he's like, no, you know, keep your money. I'm going to be paid for this. We have a hearing coming up the 10th. And he sat there for 4 hours with us, watched videos of us and our kids interacting. He said when he looked at the file, he thought what he would say see when we were interacting with our kids was the kids sitting over in the corner, you know, twiddling their thumbs, not really interacting with the parents. And he was laughing and giggling, and he could tell that the kids was having a blast with their mom and dad, and that's not the way the file reflected. You know, he said this is completely the opposite of what they're trying to say goes on at your visit. So what we're going to do is we're going to show the judge all of these videos that you have with visits with your kids. And the day after Thanksgiving, my wife came down because one of the ladies from Omni lied during the meeting, and she said that this wasn't a one-time thing where I broke a rule at a visit, that this has happened at every single visit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you've told me previously about that, Michael. And understand, I am just totally amazed at what you're telling me right now, that you got a public defender that spent 4 hours with you about your case and seems like he wants to help you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
I don't know what it was. Maybe it just like the sheer godliness of this man. You could tell as soon as I seen him, I was like, oh my goodness, I hope that's him. And to come to find out it was him. And when he approached me, the first thing I could say was, sir, you were sent by God to defend my family. I couldn't believe that it was him.
Well, be careful, because sometimes there are wolves out there in sheep clothing that disguise themselves, and I'm not trying to say he isn't, but he may be trying to get you so you believe in him, and then he drops the bomb. Just be careful, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, I'm putting my faith in God right now, and I honestly
Yeah.
believe that this man is here to help us. I mean,
Right.
he could have said, "Yeah, go to the judge, tell him you wanna hire your own attorney, and then we'll work out a payment plan, and you can pay me for the rest of your life till
Right.
you get it paid off."
Right.
He could have said that.
Right. I understand that,
But,
Michael. I understand that. Now we have Erin in the room, who's also from Tennessee. She's been here a long time, and she's trying to keep her last remaining child with her. She's already lost 2 children to CPS, but she comes in here regularly, morning and night, and she is so worried. And she's here for you. And she just sent a message. She said, "Michael, don't let their kindness fool you." That's Erin. She's been in Tennessee for a long time there. She's been in doing that.
Right. Me and her connected, and one of the first.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's Erin is very sweet, and she's been in here all the time there. Now I've put up the on the viewer of my page the local chat so you can see who's talking. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I show an Erin there, and I want you to continue, Michael, because this is so good news. Because I know that you're trying to get your kids to go to church and try to have visitations are normal and get your family restored. And it's a shame. What is?
He couldn't believe we were 12 months in and still haven't had any unsupervised visitation. He couldn't believe that the file that he looked at, they were already moving towards adoption, and our rights ain't even terminated. And what I mean by that is the foster mother has went out and gotten the cheerleading coach to write a written statement to the judge saying how much the girls are thriving in the foster home, and basically trying to say that the girls need to stay with her and not come home to us, which in return turns into adoption. And he said he's going to get that thrown out, that's clearly moving towards and preparing for adoption when we done everything. He went through and he made check marks next to the permanency plan, and he checked off everything on my side, and he checked off everything on our daughter's side. He said that we needed to get our business back and then request her permanency hearing.
Yeah.
Another thing he couldn't believe is he couldn't believe they're trying to use that charge in Alabama against me.
What charge in Alabama did you have? What charge? What charge do you have in Alabama?
It's assault in the second, which is basically an aggravated assault. Now listen. Now, I know what you're gonna say, but listen. This man come in our house with a 2x6 and went to attack my wife. I was forced to defend my wife against a male attacker with a 2x6 in his hand.
Was he on your property?
Yes, sir.
Did he have permission on your property?
No, sir.
Then you have a right to take whatever means. There's been a lot of laws.
My lawyer.
You did very right there, and you can fight that because yeah.
My lawyer from Alabama says it's clear cut change of ground.
Yeah, well, not only that, they have people that have guns in their house as burglar alarms, meaning that if someone enters the cabin and they're gone away and they have a gun there shooting at the door and it shoots the guy and hurts them or kills them, they're not held liable. You have every right to protect your castle. Your home is your castle. Your door is your drawbridge. Unless you give them permission, they're not, you're not held liable to protect your property. Now that's why a lot of people have liability insurance. A lot of people have liability insurance to protect lawsuits like that. And that's why I tell people to get.
The DCS worker in the very beginning, and I thought they were here to help. I grew up
I
in
agree.
Texas,
I agree. I agree. I agree.
My DCS worker dropped me after 7 years just so that she could become my foster mom. So when me and my wife was homeless when this first started, you know, don't get me wrong, I wasn't happy to lose my children. I was happy that finally somebody was going to help us get in a situation to where we could provide for our children. And
Go on.
so we could provide for our children.
Mm-hmm. Now I want to thank Erin. She made a comment to you. She said she had a mental breakdown. Sorry, I wasn't able to get back to you, Michael. Erin has gone through a lot of stress, Michael. She, lost her 2 children, and now she's trying to hang on to her 3rd. And both of you are from Tennessee. I'm really happy that you're here on my live stream.
Yes, sir. Me too. Good to hear. I'm not good to hear what's going on, but it's good to hear that I have people.
Well, yeah. I mean, of the 3,050 people I talked to, you guys are all special. You're part of my family. And I'm glad you're here talking about your case. I want to help you. I want to do whatever it takes to help you get your children back, to keep your family together. And I just have Corella. Corella done a trick. Her name is Felicia, and she's from Oxnard, California. She has 2 criminal cases in Oxnard and a CPS case in Ventura County. And I'm glad to see you there, Corella. And I haven't seen you in a good couple days here, but you're back here. And Erin just said hello, Corella. You see, people are getting to know each other in here, which is nice because people come back. So people know Michael, they know Erin, and they know Corella. You guys are part of my family, and I'm glad you're here. Now, right now, Michael's talking about his court case the other day, and he had a surprise. He was trying to pro se his case. He made some motions and tried his best to be a pretend lawyer. But the judge is crooked, the judge is bad. So Michael said, could I have an attorney? And they appointed him one, and this attorney talked to him not only for an hour, 4 hours. And he's going to defend Michael. And he says that Michael has a good case. And so did the court talk about your child going to church? Was that talked about?
They never even would allow me to bring that up, sir.
Why not? You said you're a pro se.
Right. Well, they said that had nothing to do with the court date today.
Okay. What was your court about today?
It was supposed to be the GAO wasn't there. I guess when she got the DUI, she still had court pending.
Who is the GEO? Who's the GEO? What's that? Oh, the guardian ad litem. What does the guardian ad litem got to do with anything? They're just supposed to be like a CASA. They're supposed to be a friend of the child or the parent to help them. What does the guardian ad litem have to do? They're not an attorney.
She's not our Omni work. One of the Omni workers told us that she's not pro-parent. She likes the adoption money. She can adopt it.
Oh, they work for CPS. The Litem do, the CASA do, the ombudsperson does, the judge does, the social workers do. They're all against you. They're all doing that. So why did the judge feel it's necessary to have the guardian ad litem there? They're not supporting you.
No, they continue it till the 10th. So I go back December the 10th.
Oh, that's how they cover the base. They have continuations, and they have continuations and continuations. That's tough. I'm really sorry to hear that. They're going to drag it out. They're going to drag it out on you, Michael.
Yes, sir. Trying
Well, they're trying to break you. They're trying to break you and give up. And they're trying to milk the money. The longer they drag it out, the more $20,000 a month they can get, or the $10,000, or hopefully they'll get your kid adopted in foster care and get a bonus of $35,000. That's what they really want.
All I know is this man has given me hope, and I've never felt that way. Like the lawyers me and my wife had, like my wife had a lawyer, and when she started talking to her lawyer about this case, she talked to her on the phone, and she was telling her that we had this video of of Miss Katie, the caseworker, from the 9th of September, saying that she's never ever had any problems, that her records will reflect that we have never had anything but good encounters with the kids. And that was 2 visits ago. And in the meeting, she said that we had nothing but bad encounters, and that her records would reflect on that. So because she lied during the meeting, they took our visitations away.
Oh.
We have a video. He's presenting a video that clearly states that we've never had anything but good visitation with our kids.
Wow. Well,
not only that, he's presenting like 20 other videos as well of us like playing with the kids during the visits, and we went to the bowling alley, us playing bowling, us riding the go-karts, us riding the bumper cars, the kids on like the AI, what are they called? It's where you put the face mask on, and it tilts you and like jumps you up and down. It's like a roller coaster, but it's like AI roller coaster. You have that mask on your face so that you see, it shows you what you see.
right,
It's a roller coaster, but AI roller coaster.
right.
Well, he put in like 20 videos. I mean, he took his time. He went through the entire, a year's work in 4 hours, and just he did it with such love. Like his daughter called, and right after his daughter got off the phone, he said, "I couldn't imagine, being in your situation." He's like, "I'm sitting here trying to imagine how it would feel to, have to look at these short videos of your children because you can't see your children every day, knowing that you've done everything on the permanency plan, you've done everything they've asked, and some, and you still have your kids back." So he's literally putting himself in our shoes. And that's not what my wife's lawyer was on. My wife's lawyer basically put in a motion yesterday to take herself off the case.
Wow. You mean your first lawyer?
No, my lawyer had already been removed off the case like the 16th
Oh,
of last month.
Okay, so you were pro se, but your wife's so your wife's lawyer is off the case. Your wife's lawyer is off the case?
Now she took herself off the case. She has to represent Crystal's defense, but after that she'll be off the case.
Now, is that one you paid for?
No, that's just
okay. Is she going to get another one? Is she going to get another one?
Yeah. Either
okay.
that or just go pro se and let my lawyer represent both of us. Because she don't want to accept an attorney or say she wants an attorney, and then that prolongs the case when we have a good attorney that's talking to both of us. Like her attorney, my wife's attorney, Summer, she wouldn't even allow me to talk to her. If she was on the phone with Crystal, she would tell me to be quiet in the background. She was very disrespectful with me. She'd say things like, and I'd just be in my wife's ear saying, "Baby, that's completely untrue." And like she tells, we had 22 people we wanted to be at the hearing, and she went through and like over half of them, she tried to convince us that they weren't needed. she was trying to say that the kids didn't need to be there. And we're like, the big reason why the kids need to be there is because the foster parents and the army workers are lying directly on our kids. And our children are 14 and 13 years old, so they're old enough to go in the judges' chambers and say, look, this person lied, this is how they lied, this is what they said, this is what really
All right.
Because my 14-year-old daughter, the entire case, she's been saying things like, she's not a baby anymore, she wants to be more a part of this, she wants to know what's going on,
Well, she's over the age of 12. If she's over the age of, I don't know what the age is. What's the age you can divorce your parents? Okay. If she's over the age of 12, she can talk in court. All she has to do is say, I want to talk in court. I don't need my litem. I don't want them. I want my attorney. She has a court-appointed attorney, and she can sit there and in fact, if she says, I want to be with my mom and dad, that's where I'm safe. She needs to use the word safe. I'm safe with my mom and dad. And she can voice that. She can talk before the judge, and she can be home with you.
Exactly. But her lawyer kept saying that she didn't need to do that it would cause trauma to her. She's asking to be able to do it. She wants to get up there and be able to voice her opinion.
Yeah, her lawyer doesn't want her to do that because that would make her lawyer look bad. Also, it would make the social worker look bad. You see, the ploy in this whole thing, all those people are like puppets on a string. They're being controlled. They're all being controlled by the director of the child protection system in Tennessee. And they do whatever it is. I'm just surprised you got a court-appointed attorney that sounds like he wants to be fair and fight for your cases.
Where I could not believe it. Sir, I went in there expecting to be there for like 30 minutes to an hour. We even brought our dog. Our dog was out in the car. Luckily, it was cold and rainy, but 4 hours, and he went through everything, dude. He was not skipping a thing. And I got that. I'm telling you, I felt like when a man of God comes around, you feel that presence. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, I do.
Around a true man of God, you feel that, and I'm like as soon as I met him, I stood up, I shook his hand, and I said, you were sent to us by God. Like, you are our guardian angel here to fight for us.
Right.
All the things I said to him, he said, I'll see you tomorrow at 11. We got there at 11 and didn't want to leave till 3.
Right. Let me say hello to 2 of my other parts of my family. Hello, Justin John. Justin John is actually Tony the Tiger, who is Cassandra, a woman who lives in Otsego County, New York, who has a 14-year-old son that she's trying to get back, but she has corrupt family members and a corrupt CPS are making her life difficult. Also, I want to say hello to Lisa Bartley. She is a beautiful woman in her 40s, I guess. You all are beautiful, by the way. I shouldn't see the word handsome or beautiful, but anyway, it's Lisa Bartley. And she has a 14-year-old. Yeah, she has a 5-year-old child. And she is so happy today because, she got Thanksgiving with her 5-year-old. She's got to give him a bath, a bubble bath, and she's got to have a visit with him. And she does have a supervised visit. The police destroyed her home, tried to arrest her, and they tried to, but she got those criminal charges dropped. She is really starting to turn things around, and they're starting to get it so that her son will be returned to her. She has a bad husband that raped her, and she's no longer with him. She thought she had this other guy in her life, but he's been totally bad. He drinks a lot, and he's not safe with her child with him. But anyway, she is here to support you all and to help you, and so is Justice John and Lisa Bartley. and Aaron, and of course you too there. You're very welcome, Lisa. I mean it. I mean it. I mean it. And Justin says family justice and accountability act sometimes to look into guys. Yes, I agree. She's had corrupt family members. Cassandra, well, it's hard when people use three or four names. It's so hard. I mean, I'm glad it's still Michael. I mean, Lisa's even changed her name a little bit. I used to be Bartley 54, but now it's LJ 33 Bartley. And oh, I have a new one here. I have any normal life, or no, any New York no man life. I assume you're from New York. I don't know. And I don't know how to pronounce that name. Any no man life. Anyway, what is your CPS case? And welcome. All I could use is maybe a real good name, a simple name, and where are you from? Where are you from? Anyway, go on, Michael. So today proved that there's a chance, and your faith in God has certainly helped. That is so nice of you to talk about that.
Yes. Well, when I talked to the DCS worker, I told you we made complaints on our DCS worker. Well, she was changed, and the woman's name is Tiffany. And I'm not sure if I told you this already, but when I was incarcerated for the DUI by consent, my sister Tiffany passed away from colon cancer.
Oh,
I
no.
went at the very beginning of the case.
Oh, no. How old was she? How old was she?
36.
Oh, that's too young for colon cancer. Oh, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She was in stage 4. She already had a colonoscopy bag and everything.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I wasn't able to.
I feel for you. I feel for you. You know, so many of us involved with CPS have other problems too. We're not the only thing as CPS. A lot of us are struggling financially. I mean, it's really hard out there if you're low income trying to maintain to buy things. I mean, and I'm getting tired of the ping pong ball in Congress with the Democrats and Republicans passing the ball back and forth. It's tough. It's tough. But I'm go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I met her the day before court when I served her the motions that was filing, and that was the first thing I told her. As I said, when I found out her name was Tiffany, I felt, I know you don't know this, but my sister passed away. Her name was Tiffany in the beginning of the case when I was incarcerated. So when I heard your name, I felt like she was a guardian angel, you know, like that's the thought I had. Now, after I talked to her, I kind of got a different feeling from her. But the lawyer that I talked to today said she was a pretty decent one, and she was great. And my health care worker, the one that supervises the half of the visit, I told you I wanted her to be in the meeting, and they didn't allow her to be in the meeting, which all she would have said is, you know, I observed 50% of their visits so far, and it's never once been a problem, you know, so they didn't allow her to attend the meeting, but he subpoenaed her to court and her records, and she told me that Miss Tiffany is a good DCS worker as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The only thing that threw me off on her is the case said that every single visit was bad. And when I talked to Miss Tiffany about it 2 days ago, the day before court, she said she took it as only the last couple of visits. I said, how in the world could you get only the last couple of visits? Her exact words was every single visit, you know? And I think it was because she realized that my evidence was from a couple of visits ago.
Oh, okay.
when I said, how did you get the last couple of visits? When she said every single visit, and she just kind of went silent. She didn't know how to answer that.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm not really sure if she plays good for people that she's around and is really secretly, a DCS worker.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that, but yeah.
We're really is good DCS workers. My DCS worker, she was my DCS worker for 7 years, and then she ended up being taking herself off my case, passing it to somebody else so that she could take me in as a foster parent.
Oh, okay.
So, there are, it's just like everybody else. There's good cops, there's bad cops. There's good pastors, there's bad pastors. But, people are people. We all fall short of the glory of God.
Well,
so I'm just hoping that.
Right. I'm just trying to say is that there's too many of them in CPS. 50% of the child protection system, I feel, is corrupt. I feel is so corrupt.
Completely corrupt.
Yeah, completely.
If they go corrupt a little bit, eventually they're going to be just taking kids away from families and laughing about it. That's what one of our Army workers told us. She said she started off as a DCS worker, and she couldn't do it. They were taking kids out of their parents' homes, like kicking and screaming, and then would laugh about it on the way back to the office. I just couldn't believe it when she told me that.
Yeah.
Like, how heartless could somebody be? And then for a paycheck, all for a paycheck, there's a special place in hell for people like that. Money is the root of all evil. And if they're doing things like that for money, hurting a family, especially these are God's children. Period.
Right. Right. I hear you. I hear you.
I didn't tell you during the meeting. The foster dad said they had been to church for. He said this. He said, "Mom and Dad's gonna love this one." He was calling us out. He said, "Mom and Dad's gonna love this one." And he said, maybe the reason why Mikey's saying he ain't been to church is because he's so manipulative.
Wow.
He called us so manipulative, and he called us out first, pointed us out, singled us out. Mom and Dad's gonna love this. Maybe the reason why he's saying he ain't been in church is because Mikey's so manipulative. The thing was, is they had a psychiatrist on the meeting, and they were trying to get a reaction out of us, and we didn't give it to them. So they asked the psychiatrist towards the end, the GAL asked the psychiatrist towards the end if she had any recommendations. She said she couldn't make any recommendations right now, that she needed to see the kids with psyche balance first.
Wow. Wow.
But on the psyche valve, my son comes to the visit and told us, I think I told you this, and he told us that he had a polygraph test, a lie detector test. I said, well, what do you mean, son? Did they look anything up for you? And he said, no, sir. Ainsley, his foster dad, told him that they were going to ask him some questions, and if he lied, they'd know, and he would be punished. And to come to find out, it was a psyche valve.
Huh. Wow.
So who's the manipulative one?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I told you they took all of our kids' Christmas presents. And then that same week, after saying they didn't know what happened to him, they walked Mikey through the whole house looking for his Christmas present. But then 2 weeks later, when they realized we wasn't just going to let it go, see, they took the presents me and Mommy got for them, and they took the presents that the other foster mom got for them. And they didn't even get there was a 50-gallon black gallon trash bag, and it was filled with presents. The boys didn't even get to open up them presents. They just donated them. Like 2 weeks later, they finally admitted, after, a week ago, walking the kids through them to other kids in foster care.
Okay. So what is your game plan for what is your lawyer now said to you to do? What's your lawyer now said to do?
We're going to court the 10th. We're presenting our evidence, and we're asking them to present their evidence against me, but they haven't. That's the thing. And so we're gonna win the visitation hearing and show the judge that, you know, the way they're wording it in the file. He said when he looked at the file, he thought when he seen interaction with us and our kids, there would be kids tucked in the corner, you know, twiddling their thumbs, not wanting to interact with their mom and dad. That's the way they made it sound. But he took 20 videos to show that that's just not how it is. They have a blast with us.
Yeah. I could.
And then after move for a permanency hearing, because we have completed the permanency plan. He went through and checked marked everything, you know, off.
Okay, I got hold on, don't go anywhere, Michael. I'm going to talk to a normal life. And see what she says, where she's from. Her name is Annie, and she's from Dallas, Texas. Thank you, Normal Life. We have Annie from Dallas, Texas. And yes, Bartley, I know they've broken your son's legs. They tore out your door of your house, and for a long time you had no heat. Now you got wood for your fireplace, and you got a furnace and a propane tank. So I'm so glad about that. So anyway, we have Annie from Dallas, Texas, and she has a tough case now. Lisa is saying, stay strong, Justice John. I'm praying for you. Now that is Cassandra, Tony the Tiger, Justice John. It's not a guy, it's a girl. But some people have to use anonymous names because they're watching my live stream, you know. And I hate to say that the CPS is my enemy, but they probably don't like me spreading things about how bad they are. But I know from firsthand. I know from firsthand, and I know from 3,050 people I've talked to firsthand too. Let me see. I agree with you, Justin John, Tony the Tiger, Cassandra. Yeah. And I agree with you, Annie. They are liars. Any Normal Life is Annie, and she's from Dallas, Texas. And she says CPS investigators are liars. That is so true. My 16-month-old child they took. Now, why did they take your 16-month-old child? Were you at the hospital having your child looked at? What would they accuse you doing wrong to your 16-month-old child? I agree. And Bartley, yeah. Aaron, I'm praying for peace over your mind. Okay, yes. Thank you, Lisa, for the prayers. Andrea, she is from Chicago, Illinois, outside Chicago, Illinois. Kika, I'm saying it wrong. She talked this morning. We talked a lot even during the end of my show. Hi, Andrea. Welcome. And we have Annie, who says not only did they take her 16-month-old, they took her 3 daughters away. So they have 4 children taken away from Annie. 4 children. No, don't be hopeless, Annie. There's always future. Stay with me and learn. I will teach you so much. Ask anybody in this room. I have helped people get their children back or hang on to their children. So don't feel hopeless. Yes, Michael was hopeless, but now, bless, he's got, yeah, he was ready to give up. He was ready to give up. but he's been listening to my show. I've been telling him what to do, and it's working. Lisa will tell you what I've helped her with. I mean, when I first met Lisa, she had no heater, no warmth. Her door was ripped apart by the police, and she had a criminal charge and a CPS charge, and they stole her boy, and then they refused to have her do homeschool with them. He was only 5. She wanted to do homeschool, and she had her room set up for homeschool. It was a beautiful picture. But anyway, she's stuck with me now, and she's got now a new door paid by somebody else. I don't know who ended up paying it, but she's got a new door that the police damaged. You know, it's so bad that the police and CPS workers are so vindictive, so bad. And you're welcome there, Annie, A Normal Life. Now, LJ Bartley says, could you speak on that? I share the link to support my friends to get you on your show. Speak on what? What do you want us to speak on, Lisa? Is Michael talking about something? Lisa, what is you want me to speak on? What is you want me to speak on? Well, if you all go to my guest, and if you want to be a guest in my live stream, I can take 9 of you. And I only have less than 9 in this room. So if all 9 of you want to be on the show talking, you could talk among yourselves. So what should I speak about? Cool. Yeah, what should I speak about, Lisa? Well, I once had a Canadian mom, her Canadian daughter. They're indigenous. They're the First Nation Indian tribe. You see, the first immigrants in North America are the indigenous people. They were called Indians because Christopher Columbus used the term Indian when he met the indigenous people in the Caribbean. He did not discover North America. He did not discover North America. And but he called them Indians because he thought he was in India. So that's where the name Indian got from. They're technically indigenous people, and in Canada, they're called the First Nation people. In the United States, they're called Native Americans. Right. So that is the difference between the two there. But I had in my show, my live stream, I had 4 people on. And they all were talking among themselves on the show and helping people that would call in and stuff. So it's great to be a guest. I love to have you all as a guest. Now, Lisa says, so we can get live on your show, my support friends. So if you could talk about that, they're listening so they know how to do it. Well, right now, I have a banner up. It's very clear what you need to do. You just email me at bobpvincentwdavis.com. You email me your name, your email, and your phone number. And then I get it, and then I will forward it on to my show producer, Grace, who will send you a link, and the link will get you on to my live stream, which is on StreamYard. And you'll be able to be one of the boxes up there. I can have a total of 10 boxes on my window. I can have three boxes of 3 or something, or 2 lines of 3 and 1 of 4. Is that going to equal 9 or 10? Let me see, 5 to 5. Well, anyway, I've only had 4, so I don't know how 10 is going to look. But all of you could be in there. And so once you get that link to StreamYard, if you get knocked off, you can repost it again and you back on. Now, I'm glad that you want to do that, because that way you're guaranteed a chance to talk and you be on the show. And I just really appreciate that. There's no question about that. Now, I have right now close to, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. So that means I got to wrap it up here. Amanda Jean, welcome, Amanda Jean. Now, I'm not sure if you've been on before, Amanda Jean, 509, but welcome. And I have no idea where you're from, Amanda Jean. So if you could tell me, that would be great. That'd be great. Thank you, Bob, Lisa says, for explaining this for me and my support, my friends. I appreciate it. I think everybody should be on this show. I think you guys help one another. You guys are beautiful people. You're from all parts of our country. It's really nice to talk to people. You know, when I have 2 good people from Tennessee and Montana, and I mean, I have so many nice people, North Carolina, all that, and every one of you guys have been very pleasant and easy to talk to. And your concern is your child. Well, I care about you too. I really try to tell how it is. It's reality. Like today, and I want to finish up with this thought. There was a question asked about visitation. What happens if I have a court order visitation? There's a plan on how I visit my child. Can I force to see my child? Well, if the child doesn't want to see you, you can't force the situation. You would think that the court order would. But what you could do is try your best with a social worker and have it set up. But if the child feels uncomfortable, you can't force the child to love you. And a lot of it deals with older children. When you're a teenager at 14 or 12 or 15 or 16, you're going to have some animosity towards your parents. And if they're restricting you from how you use your cell phone or how to, because you have homework due or something like that, they're doing it for a good reason. And if you think by calling CPS and making up stories is going to help, no, it's not. You don't want to be in foster care. You won't go to the school of your choice. And you'll be with a lot of people that have a lot of behavior problems. Foster care is not fun. CPS is not fun. You don't want to encourage it. It's a very unhealthy environment. And isn't with the children, isn't with the family. It's for them making money. And you have a 50-50 chance. That's how bad CPS has gotten. They were started in 62. They had laws in 74. Then there was a law passed in 1978, called the Indian Child Welfare Act, which was 100 years overdue. For a long time, they were suppressing the Indian children. They were taken from Indian tribes during the Indian Wars of the 1800s and made all kinds of promises. And it was so sad to see the last Indian was murdered, Sitting Bull. He is a Lakota Sioux, and he went to New York as part of the Wild Bill Cody Wild West show. And when he came to New York, he saw something that his Indian tribes had never experienced. He saw children in the 1880s on the streets of New York, homeless, no parents. This homeless thing we have now is nothing new. It's been around forever. But the Indians never experienced homeless. When they had, I mean, they've been around here for over 10,000 years in North America. They came over from Asia through the land bridge in Alaska and then settled all through Canada, the United States, Mexico, Central America, and South America. That's how people spread, the population spread. Now, Europeans came over in 1595. There's still original city in Florida from Europeans. But the first English settlers was Jamestown in 1506. And so we've been having a lot, and I'm giving guys a history lesson, but it's really interesting. But right now, people are upset in arms because we are trying to clean house, and somehow we've gotten really crazy at cleaning house. But I feel that if you're an immigrant, you have to learn the laws of the land. You have to take U.S. history and Constitution and government. You need to know how the legislative, the judiciary, and the executive departments work. The executive, of course, is your president and cabinet, and vice president, etc. Your judiciary are all the judges. And the congressional is your representatives and senators. Now, I just gave a real simple government class here. But, you know, people have been coming here because it's open doors. For the last 4 years, we've had open doors, and we've had millions of people come. And it's sad because a lot of the people come don't really want to help. They come with crime and drugs. Drugs right now is trying to be drawn up. And our government is taking a strong thing against drugs. And yes, it's unpleasant to hear about boats being blown up and people killed. But think how many hundreds of thousands of people are killed by fentanyl every moment here in the United States. And so, yes, we have fishermen. We don't know if they're innocent or not, but I tell you, the politics are terrible right now. You see, our leader is president, and he is a businessman. He's not a politician, and that's what's making the politicians angry. Anyway, enough of that.
My old DCS worker,
Mm-hmm.
and a foster mom, she died of a fentanyl overdose.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, Annie just told me from Texas some distressing news here. I just read. And Cassandra will be on the show. And Amanda Jean, it says her tribe is from Oregon. Okay, great, great. And then Annie, who's a normal life, says the CPS people wrote in the file that we were husband and wife. Fight, and because of that, the children are not safe with us, and that's why they took the 3 children from house. Yes, fighting is called domestic violence, and it does affect the children. If you're going to fight, you need to take a timeout. It used to be corporate punishment, but now we've done timeout. Timeouts have been around for at least 50 years. I've been watching football. I mean, I watched the first Super Bowl, and I think we're up to what, 52, 53? I don't know how many Super Bowls. But they have a timeout. Timeout is not a negative thing. It's a chance to regroup. And when people are angry at work or at home, they need to do a timeout. Go for a walk and come back. But make sure you talk about it. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. Part of the timeout is when you talk to your children, you come back and ask them, what do you think the problem was? Or why do you think I gave you the timeout? Let them figure it out, because your child will be able to talk to you and they'll respect you in the long run. They'll respect you in the long run. So timeout is not a bad thing. And so when I am arguing with my wife, sometimes I'm timeout. I'm heading down to the beach and try to unwind, because if you keep arguing, no one's going to win. The children are going to suffer because of it. Your voice is going to yell and escalate. So, Annie from Texas, yes, the CPS will take your children if you have arguments taking place in front of the children. But that's not means it's not safe. The problem is the CPS has gone too overboard of being safe with the kids. They think they would take the kids because they're not safe. Now, if it's something where they're being physically abused or that kind of thing, I can agree with them on that. But it's very foolish. And they've gone overboard. They've gone so overboard. And I'm sorry that's happened to you, Annie, in Dallas. But we're such good parents that we've never said anything to our children until now. We love our children more than our hearts and souls. I know you guys do. I know you guys love your children. And I know you miss your children too. But you'll get them back. You'll get them back. And Lisa says, Annie, sending love and prayers for your aching heart. You see, people care in this room. And Michael, I know you care. And I'm glad you called me tonight to tell me about this situation, okay?
Yes, sir.
And I want you to keep in touch and don't ever give up. All you listening to me, don't give up. I want to thank Lisa from Bartley from Montana in here. I want to thank Any Normal Life, who is Annie from Dallas, Texas. I want to thank Amanda Jean from Oregon. I want to thank Justin John, Tony the Tiger, Cassandra from Ostenago, New York. And then I want to thank, let me see who else I have here. Andrea from Illinois. Thank you again. And then I want to thank, who else is new here? I think I've heard everybody, I think it's covered. Oh, I want to thank Michael from Tennessee and Aaron from Tennessee. I want to thank both of you people from Tennessee. Aaron, you know, and then I can't forget Cruella, Do a Trick, who is Felicia from Oxnard. Thank you all for coming to my show tonight, for being a part of my show. And I know how hard it is. I pray for all of you guys. You guys will succeed. You will get your children back. I believe in you. I believe in you guys. I really do. I believe in you guys. And you will. And good evening too, Andrea. So I'm going to sign off. I want to thank Michael for calling in. And there will be a brief video that'll follow me signing off. Please watch the video. And whatever you do, don't give up. Come here first to talk about your case. And with that being said, I'll be on again tomorrow morning. It's Friday, December 5th of 2025, and I'll be on at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. God bless you all, and good night, you all, and I'll see you. All right.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted, and if you go against then it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce him. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last